Welcome to the AWS Certified Solutions Architect Exam Preparation course. Whether you are looking to enhance your cloud expertise, boost your career, or get certified, you're in the right place. This video is designed to guide you through the ins and outs of AWS with practical tips, real-world examples, and everything you need to ace the exams. After each chapter, there's a Q&A section to reinforce your knowledge. For complete preparations, check the descriptions to access the Audible versions, the free Ultimate Exam Prep Guide, or the Amazon link for the book. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more exam updates and practice. And now, to lead you through this journey, here's your instructor.
Chapter 4. Review questions with the correct answers. 1. What does the AWS Shared Responsibility Model define? A. AWS is responsible for the security of everything. B. The customer is responsible for the security of everything. C. AWS and the customer share responsibilities for security. D. None of the above. Answer: C. AWS and the customer share responsibilities for security. 2. Which AWS service allows for the creation and management of AWS users and groups? A. Amazon EC2. B. Amazon VPC. C. AWS IAM. D. Amazon S3. Answer: C. AWS IAM. 3. What is the primary purpose of security groups in Amazon VPC? A. To control inbound and outbound traffic at the instance level. B. To connect your VPCs. C. To manage IAM users. D. To encrypt data at rest. Answer: A. To control inbound and outbound traffic at the instance level. 4. Which service would you use to manage keys for data encryption? A. AWS KMS. B. AWS IAM. C. Amazon VPC. D. AWS S3. Answer: A. AWS KMS. 5. Which AWS service provides advanced threat protection to safeguard your AWS environment? A. AWS Inspector. B. AWS Shield. C. AWS GuardDuty. D. All of the above. Answer: D. All of the above. 6. AWS CloudTrail is used for what purpose? A. Governance, compliance, operational auditing, and risk auditing. B. Creating and managing AWS users and groups. C. Connecting your VPCs and on-premises networks. D. Advanced threat protection. Answer: A. Governance, compliance, operational auditing, and risk auditing. 7. What is the principle of least privilege in relation to AWS IAM? A. Always assign the least number of IAM users. B. Always assign the least number of IAM policies. C. Always assign the minimal amount of privilege necessary for a task. D. Always assign the maximum amount of privilege necessary for a task. Answer: C. Always assign the minimal amount of privilege necessary for a task. 8. What does AWS WAF stand for? A. Web Application Framework. B. Web Application Firewall. C. Web Architecture Framework. D. Web Architecture Firewall. Answer B. Web Application Firewall. 9. What is the purpose of AWS Certificate Manager? A. To manage IAM users and groups. B. To connect your VPCs and on-premises networks. C. To deploy and manage certificates. D. To encrypt data at rest. Answer C. To deploy and manage certificates. 10. Which of the following is not a security best practice in AWS? A. Use multi-factor authentication. B. Regularly audit your AWS environment. C. Share your AWS root account credentials. D. Automate security tasks. Answer C. Share your AWS root account credentials. 11. What is the main purpose of VPC peering? A. It allows you to share data between two VPCs privately. B. It allows you to create IAM users. C. It allows you to transfer data to AWS Snowball. D. It allows you to use AWS Inspector. Answer A. It allows you to share data between two VPCs privately. 12. In terms of security, what does AWS Shield provide? A. DDoS protection. B. User management. C. Storage services. D. Email service. Answer A. DDoS protection. 13. Which AWS service is used to keep track of all activity in your AWS environment? A. AWS KMS. B. AWS IAM. C. AWS CloudTrail. D. AWS GuardDuty. Answer C. AWS CloudTrail. 14. When should you use AWS Certificate Manager? A. When you need to provision, manage, and deploy public and private secure sockets, laver and transport, layer security, SSL, and TRS certificates. B. When you need to control inbound and outbound traffic. C. When you need to manage AWS users. D. When you need to transfer large amounts of data into and out of AWS. Answer A. When you need to provision, manage, and deploy public and private secure sockets, layer and transport, layer security, SSL, and TLS certificates. 15. What is the main purpose of AWS WAF? A. To provide DDoS protection. B. To provide a data warehouse solution. C. To provide protection against web exploits. D. To provide storage for your data. Answer C. To provide protection against web exploits. 16. Which AWS service helps you protect your applications running on EC2 against traffic that could pose a threat? A. Amazon CloudFront. B. AWS WAF. C. Amazon Glacier. D. AWS IAM. Answer B. AWS WAF. 17. What is the purpose of AWS IAM roles? A. IAM roles allow you to delegate permissions to AWS services. B. IAM roles provide storage for your data. C. IAM roles allow you to create VPCs. D. IAM roles allow you to create DDoS protection. Answer: A. IAM roles allow you to delegate permissions to AWS services. 18. What can be controlled with network access control lists? A. Inbound and outbound traffic at the subnet level. B. Management of IAM users. C. Delegation of permissions. D. Protection against DDoS attacks. Answer: A. Inbound and outbound traffic at the subnet level. 19. How does AWS KMS help in securing your data? A. It provides management for the creation and control of encryption keys used to encrypt data. B. It provides storage for your data. C. It allows you to control inbound and outbound traffic. D. It allows you to delegate permissions. Answer: A. It provides management for the creation and control of encryption keys used to encrypt data. 20. Which of the following statements about security groups is incorrect? A. Security groups act in the instance level. B. Security groups only support allow rules. C. Security groups support both allow rules and deny rules. D. Security groups are stateful. Answer: C. Security groups support both allow rules and deny rules. 21. What is a primary function of AWS GuardDuty? A. Content delivery. B. Threat detection. C. Storage service. D. Data migration. Answer: B. Threat detection. 22. How can you best protect AWS credentials? A. Share them with trusted team members. B. Store them in a plain text file. C. Use multi-factor authentication. D. Send them via email. Answer: C. Use multi-factor authentication. 23. What is the use of AWS CloudTrail? A. To manage user permissions. B. To detect DDoS attacks. C. To log, continuously monitor, and retain account activity. D. To store data in the cloud. Answer: C. To log, continuously monitor, and retain account activity. 24. Which AWS service can be used to control the traffic to your web application? A. Amazon RDS. B. Amazon S3. C. AWS WAF. D. AWS IAM. Answer: C. AWS WAF. 25. Which of the following best describes AWS Shield? A. A service that provides protection against SQL injection and XSS attacks. B. A managed DDoS protection service that safeguards applications running on AWS. C. A service that logs, continuously monitors, and retains account activity. D. A service for storing and retrieving any amount of data at any time. Answer B. A managed DDoS protection service that safeguards applications running on AWS. 26. Which AWS service is used for auditing purposes, providing event history of your AWS account activity? A. AWS GuardDuty. B. AWS Shield. C. AWS CloudTrail. D. AWS IAM. Answer C. AWS CloudTrail. 27. In AWS, who is responsible for security in the cloud? A. The customer. B. Amazon. C. Both Amazon and the customer. D. Third-party vendors. Answer A. The customer. 28. Which AWS service provides a detailed view of the security state of your AWS resources? A. AWS Security Hub. B. AWS IAM. C. Amazon S3. D. Amazon EC2. Answer A. AWS Security Hub. 29. In terms of data encryption, what does encryption at rest mean? A. Data is encrypted while it is stored. B. Data is encrypted while it is being transferred. C. Data is encrypted while it is being processed. D. Data is not encrypted. Answer A. Data is encrypted while it is stored. 30. Which of the following is a security analysis service that helps improve the security and compliance of applications deployed on AWS? A. AWS WAF. B. Amazon Macie. C. AWS Inspector. D. AWS Shield Advanced. Answer C. AWS Inspector. 31. Which AWS service allows you to manage access to AWS services and resources securely? A. Amazon CloudFront. B. AWS IAM. C. Amazon S3. D. Amazon VPC. Answer B. AWS IAM. 32. What is the main responsibility of Amazon GuardDuty? A. Managing user access. B. Providing DDoS protection. C. Continuous threat detection. D. Providing a VPN connection. Answer C. Continuous threat detection. 33. Which AWS service helps protect your web applications against SQL injection and other potential threats? A. AWS Shield. B. AWS IAM. C. AWS WAF. D. AWS CloudTrail. Answer C. AWS WAF. 34. What does AWS CloudTrail primarily help with? 34. What does AWS CloudTrail primarily help with? A. It helps protect web applications against threats. B. It helps manage access to AWS services and resources. C. It helps with governance, compliance, operational auditing, and risk auditing. D. It helps with threat detection. Answer C. It helps with governance, compliance, operational auditing, and risk auditing. 35. Which AWS service provides encryption keys to encrypt your data? A. AWS KMS. B. AWS IAM. C. AWS CloudTrail. D. AWS Shield. Answer A. AWS KMS. 36. How is the AWS shared responsibility model best described? A. AWS is responsible for all aspects of security. B. The customer is responsible for all aspects of security. C. AWS is responsible for the security of the cloud, and the customer is responsible for security in the cloud. D. The customer is responsible for security of the cloud, and AWS is responsible for security in the cloud. Answer C. AWS is responsible for security of the cloud, and the customer is responsible for security in the cloud. 37. Which AWS service is primarily used for intrusion detection and threat intelligence? A. AWS GuardDuty. B. AWS IAM. C. AWS WAF. D. AWS Shield. Answer A. AWS GuardDuty. 38. What does the AWS Certificate Manager provide? A. It provides protection against DDoS attacks. B. It provides intrusion detection and threat intelligence. C. It provides and manages public and private SSL and TLS certificates. D. It provides and manages user access. Answer C. It provides and manages public and private SSL and TLS certificates. 39. Which AWS service is primarily used to set permissions and roles for your AWS resources? A. AWS IAM. B. AWS KMS. C. AWS WAF. D. AWS Shield. Answer A. AWS IAM. 40. How are security groups and network access control lists different in AWS? A. Security groups are stateful. NACLs are stateless. B. Security groups are stateless. NACLs are stateful. C. Security groups support allow and deny rules. NACLs only support allow rules. D. Security groups only support allow rules. NACLs support allow and deny rules. Answer A. Security groups are stateful. NACLs are stateless. 41. What AWS service is designed to protect your web applications from common web exploits? A. AWS Shield. B. AWS IAM. C. AWS WAF. D. AWS CloudTrail. Answer C. AWS WAF. 42. How does AWS Shield Advanced provide additional protection? A. By managing user access and identities. B. By providing cost protection for scaling due to DDoS attack. C. By providing data warehousing services. D. By providing object storage in the cloud. Answer: B. By providing cost protection for scaling due to a DDoS attack. (43) Which of the following is a fully managed service that extends AWS infrastructure, AWS services, APIs, and tools to customer premises? A. Amazon S3. B. AWS Outposts. C. AWS WAF. D. AWS CloudTrail. Answer: B. AWS Outposts. 44. Which AWS service is primarily used for discovering and protecting your sensitive data like personality identifiable information? A. AWS IAM. B. AWS Shield. C. AWS CloudTrail. D. Amazon Macie. Answer: D. Amazon Macie. 45. How does AWS Key Management Service secure your keys? A. By storing them in plain text. B. By encrypting them using hardware security modules. C. By storing them on your local system. D. By keeping them in a public repository. Answer: B. By encrypting them using hardware security modules. 46. Which service allows you to control the service permissions for your applications running on AWS? A. AWS IAM. B. AWS Service Control Policies. C. AWS Organizations. D. AWS CloudTrail. Answer: B. AWS Service Control Policies. 47. What AWS service will analyze application behaviors and dependencies, helping you to improve performance and troubleshoot? A. AWS X-Ray. B. AWS IAM. C. AWS CloudTrail. D. AWS Shield. Answer: A. AWS X-Ray. 48. Which service is used to simplify auditing your resources for security and compliance? A. AWS Security Hub. B. AWS IAM. C. AWS CloudTrail. D. AWS Shield. Answer: A. AWS Security Hub. 49. What is the main benefit of using AWS organizations? A. It allows you to organize your AWS resources across multiple accounts. B. It allows you to store any amount of data at any time. C. It provides detailed billing reports. D. It provides protection against SQL injection and XSS attacks. Answer: A. It allows you to organize your AWS resources across multiple accounts. 50. Which AWS service helps you protect your applications from DDoS attacks? A. AWS WAF. B. AWS Shield. C. AWS IAM. D. AWS CloudTrail. Answer B. AWS Shield. 51. Which AWS service can be used to automate a wide variety of operational and compliance check tasks across your AWS resources? A. AWS Lambda. B. AWS Security Hub. C. AWS OpsWorks. D. AWS Config. Answer D. AWS Config. 52. What service allows you to seamlessly move databases to and from the cloud and between different database engines? A. AWS Database Migration Service. B. Amazon RDS. C. AWS Redshift. D. Amazon DynamoDB. Answer A. AWS Database Migration Service. 53. Which AWS service can be used to easily create and manage a collection of related AWS resources, provisioning and updating them in an orderly and predictable fashion? A. AWS Elastic Beanstalk. B. Amazon CloudFormation. C. AWS Config. D. AWS CloudTrail. Answer B. Amazon CloudFormation. 54. What service provides insights to spot and fix issues with applications and underlying Amazon EC2 instances? A. AWS X-Ray. B. AWS CloudTrail. C. Amazon CloudWatch. D. AWS CloudWatch Application Insights. Answer D. AWS CloudWatch Application Insights. 55. Which AWS service provides a way to track user activity and API usage, enabling security analysis, resource change tracking, and compliance auditing? A. Amazon Inspector. B. AWS CloudTrail. C. AWS Shield. D. Amazon Macy. Answer B. AWS CloudTrail. 56. How can you provision and manage services for your Kubernetes applications with AWS service deployment and operation best practices built in? A. AWS Kubernetes Service. B. AWS App Runner. C. AWS Fargate for Kubernetes. D. AWS App Mesh. Answer C. AWS Fargate for Kubernetes. 57. What is the function of AWS Elastic Transcoder? A. To provide in-memory caching. B. To transcode media files from their source format into versions that will play back on devices like smartphones. C. To provide an end-to-end workflow for 3D asset creation. D. To provide real-time data streaming. Answer B. To transcode media files from their source format into versions that will play back on devices like smartphones. 58. Which AWS service can be used to automatically extract text, forms, and tables from scanned documents? A. Amazon Recognition. B. Amazon Comprehend. C. Amazon Translate. D. AWS Textract. Answer D. AWS Textract. 59. Which AWS service enables businesses to connect their on-premises data centers and other networks to Amazon VPC? A. AWS Site-to-Site VPN. B. Amazon Direct Connect. C. AWS Global Accelerator. D. AWS Transit Gateway. Answer: A. AWS Site-to-Site VPN. 60. How can you run containers on AWS without having to manage the underlying EC2 instances? A. Amazon EC2. B. AWS Fargate. C. AWS Lambda. D. Amazon RDS. Answer: B. AWS Fargate. 61. What AWS service enables developers to easily develop, build, and deploy applications in a fully managed service without having to deal with servers? A. AWS Lambda. B. AWS App Runner. C. Amazon EC2. D. AWS Fargate. Answer: B. AWS App Runner. 62. Which AWS service can be used to analyze vast amounts of data quickly using standard SQL queries, with the result visualized using Amazon QuickSight? A. Amazon Athnia. B. Amazon Redshift. C. Amazon RDS. D. AWS Glue. Answer: A. Amazon Athnia. 63. What AWS service provides a way to move large amounts of data into and out of AWS using physical storage devices, bypassing the internet? A. AWS Import Export Snowball. B. AWS Direct Connect. C. Amazon S3 Transfer Acceleration. D. AWS Data Sync. Answer: A. AWS Import Export Snowball. 64. Which AWS service enables you to monitor, troubleshoot, and optimize the performance of your Amazon RDS databases? A. Amazon CloudWatch. B. AWS Performance Insights. C. AWS Trusted Advisor. D. AWS CloudTrail. Answer: B. AWS Performance Insights. 65. What AWS service enables you to set up, operate, and scale a distributed in-memory data store or cache environment in the cloud, offering sub-millisecond latency? A. Amazon Redshift. B. Amazon RDS. C. AWS Memory Manager. D. Amazon Elasticache. Answer: D. Amazon Elasticache.